You know, I was supposed to have been a music producer, bruh. And I got distracted by pussy. I'm gonna be honest. I was supposed to have moved out of my girlfriend's house, moved across the US, and became a big-time music producer. I put all that money into my studio, and here I am, still struggling to this day, bruh. And I'll be honest. I fucked up big time in my past. You know, and I got blinded by pussy. That's why I say a lot of us gotta, you know, just forget about pussy for a while, man. Concentrate. Focus on bigger and better things, man. Like, I'm not getting the things that I want out of life, bruh. I got so many motherfuckers trying to tell me what to do and shit with my life. You know, I got people, hating on me, or people laughing at me. That's what they do to men, man. When you are not competitive in this world with other men and shit like that, dude, people laugh at you. I look at this motherfucker, man. He homeless, or, he can't do nothing right. I was supposed to have became the biggest producer ever. I gave up, man. And it's not too late still for me. I'm 41 years old. Not too late to silence my fucking critics, man. Everybody's laughing until you hit that big payday, and then that's when everybody stopped laughing. When people thought that I was gonna get, $3.2 million from my uncle or whatever, everybody shut the fuck up. All the trolls left me alone, bruh. But then once they figured out I wasn't gonna get no money, them trolls came right back, bruh. You gotta silence your critics, man. You gotta silence your critics. And you gotta be working every day hard to silence your critics, man. Or your critics are never gonna go away. They're gonna keep on calling you a loser your whole entire life. That's what it is. Now, if I became a success, then where would be my critics? Right? I silenced those motherfuckers. And this shit is never gonna go away, bro. Being poor, taking care of your business, that shit is never gonna go away, blood. You gotta handle it. At some point in your life, you're gonna have to take care of the business. You're gonna have to become disciplined and go long periods without sex so you can get to that finish line, man. Because you don't want nothing that's distracting you, bro. A lot of distraction comes from women, bro. That's what a lot of distraction comes from. And you gotta know how to block it out. I remember looking at this video from Base Zeus, whatever, right? And he was saying that the amount of self-control that you have to have is gotta be at a high level. Like, you have to be able to, like, jump into a bed with a hot bitch, take off all your clothes, lay there, and then get back up, put on your clothes, and then leave out of the room. That's how much control you have to have over your body. That's what he said. He said, man, you need to be able to do that in order to be successful in life. Because if you just give in to, like, pussy all the time, 100% of the time, you'll never be successful. Look at Iron Mike Tyson. Once he started having sex with females, that's when things started going wrong. He wasn't just having sex with them, he was abusing sex. Having sex at the wrong time. Having sex before fights. And you wonder why he was taking the L. This motherfucker was getting his ass whooped left and right. Because why? He didn't know how to be disciplined. Why? He didn't know how to have self-control. Floyd Mayweather, one of the only boxers who would be disciplined into the fight. He wouldn't do anything that's gonna fuck up his chances of winning, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why he retired 50-0. The nigga had self-control, even though he was rich. He didn't let the money get to him. He didn't call himself Floyd Money Mayweather for nothing. But we have to have some type of control in life, bud. As men, you got to learn how to go long periods without sex when you're on a journey to become successful, bruh. We got to stay clear of like women who try to fucking, tear you down. My sister, she still got that poor mindset. I was like, sister, you want to be poor for the rest of your life? You really want to struggle? I'm not poor. I'm not poor. You see the delusional mindset that a lot of women have today? She's talking about she not poor, but she working for her money. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch? My frustration in life is that I didn't do the right thing when I was supposed to. When I was living with my girlfriend, man, when I had free rent, me and my girlfriend, she was paying for the rent, bro. All I had to do was stay on the grind with the music. That's all I had to do. Instead, I started partying and chasing pussy, bro. Pussy can destroy your life if you let it. That's why you got to know how to have it. When to have it. Controlled sex is the best sex, bro. Is when you notice when you start abusing sex, that's when bad things start happening. Don't abuse sex, bro. Don't be a pussyholic. Say that for your later age when you have everything that you could have. Dr. Dre, he can afford to be a pussyholic. Why? Because his money's working for him. He could have sex every night if he wanted to, bro. And Dr. Dre's not even an ugly dude. I mean, he's not even a good-looking dude. He's a fucking, a Keebler elf. He kind of reminds me of a big-ass, swole-ass Keebler elf. You know what I'm saying? We got to start prepping for the future, man. There's going to be a lot of old motherfuckers that's unhappy with themselves. Your old age is coming, especially if you're in your 40s, dude. You got to be prepping for your 50s. A lot of guys are unhappy, man. They didn't make the right decisions when in their past. And I'm one of them, bro. I'm not happy with my life the way it is right now. Nigga, I went through 10 years of being delusional. No, less than that, because I started working up after a while. I say about a good 6 years of being delusional. I started waking up within the last couple of years. But you know what? We can't change the past, man. All we could do is just learn from the past and keep it moving. Don't get distracted by pussy. That's the number one thing. You know what I'm saying? And keep on that focus. Keep on that grind, bro. Do it while we can, man. Do it while you can. It's not gonna get easier as you get older, bro. This shit don't get easier, it gets harder. I always wanted to be successful, bro. I always wanted to be. That's why I bought all my music equipment back in the day, bro. I wanted to be a success. I was in the studio working hard with artists. What happened to me? Got distracted by the puss, man. Got distracted by the vagina. Hypnotized me and shit. Sorry about that, man. You know what? If I would have kept on my music grind, dude, be up in the hills somewhere, enjoying a good life, I know I would. If I would have kept on my grind and kept pushing forward on my music, I'll probably be somewhere with a couple of dime pieces somewhere. Over there in Thailand or I probably would have been in China or something. Or I would have been in Japan somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Living a good life. But I decided to hey, Let's go chase bitches at clubs. That'd be fun. Yeah, let's drain all our resources. Let's drain all of our resources up, and we chase bitches, and we try to get laid at the end of the night. Yeah, that sounds fun. You know, I regret that. I regret going to bars and clubs chasing bitches, just trying to get laid. That was a waste of my fucking goddamn time, bro. That was a waste of my goddamn time. And then I stayed with my girlfriend too long. And then I just didn't work when I was with her. I was basically just laying up there. A fucking young ass Tyrone, okay? A young Tyrone Light, just getting by on my fucking goddamn looks, bruh. Looks got a fucking time limit, bruh. You stop becoming that baby face motherfucker that you used to be. You stop having that fucking beautiful skin, you know what I'm saying, that you have. And then after that, man, it gets harder to attract women without resources. That's real. That's on the rail, bruh. It gets harder and harder as you age to attract women. So you gotta, after a certain age, lead with your wallet, bruh. And I'm like, God damn, dude, why didn't I just stay on that grind? She was paying most of the rent. All I had to do was stay on that grind. I could have went back to LA. I went to LA. I spent thousands of dollars to get there. Let's see, I spent like how much money did I spend for the how much money did I spend for the hotel? I don't know, man, but I spent over like $1,500 for the whole entire trip to LA. I went to LA. I went to the ASCAP convention. I met who else? I met DMC. Who else was there? A few songwriters and shit, right? I went there, but I just didn't stay on that grind. You feel me? I feel like I became part of my I just got really lazy because she was taking care of the bills, and I became part of my environment. My environment, you know, was full of lazy people, because I was always at bars and clubs. Dude, I was going to bars and clubs for so many goddamn years. And I start realizing, like, damn, these owners and shit, they taking my money and having a better life and having fucking Ferraris and threesomes and, you know, and all this other shit off my dime. You're making motherfuckers at the bars rich. Why? They packed the fucking bars full of girls, and most of the time you came up with nothing anyway. So I regret that, bruh. All I had to do was go back to LA again, bruh. All I had to do was save money and go back to LA. I gave up. And she, look, dude, like that was 2000 and fucking, I mean, I stayed there for another 4 years, blood. Let's see, 2000, let's see, I went to 2007? I think I went to LA in 2007, right? Went to LA in 2007, okay? And then I came back, slowly but surely, I started giving up because the economy got bad, right? So then I went to this deep ass depression, stopped chasing my dream, I stopped doing music, I gave up, I started to become more of a pussyholic and an alcoholic at the same time. And I just let it slip. I let my dream slip right up under me, and I gave it all up. And then to make it worse, my music equipment got fucking stolen by the repo man. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch, man? Had all that music equipment up in that van, bro. All that fucking music equipment gone. All that money I put into my fucking goddamn, you know, music equipment, bro, all gone, bro. Now I gotta go buy some more music equipment. But this time around, I'm gonna be that focused, that laser beam focused Hellcat. Because I'm not gonna retire on nothing, bro. Oh yeah, I'm getting my music. There's a lot of shit out there that's trying to keep me from getting there, bro. All the distraction out here, bro. All that shit. If I would have kept pushing, bro, I would have been living the life of a bachelor up in a mansion somewhere. I would have been having nice things, cars, all that time that went by, nigga. I quit music in 2012 or something like that. I stopped chasing. I stopped. So I think before that, 2010, nigga. If I would have stayed laser beam focused, I would be in a different situation right now. I gave up, bud. It's time to get back to it. But the thing is, nobody around me wants to be rich. I gotta find the artists who want to be laser beam focused on their shit. Because I find that a lot of like mangina men, a lot of like simps and whatever, they have a hard time staying focused, man, because they're so busy chasing that poon, bro. Their mind just start wandering off on some pussy. You know? They start, you know, their mind, you know what I'm saying? Started wandering off on some pussy. Get caught up with some female. The best pussy they ever had. You know? I had Triton. They stopped selling Tritons. I had Triton. I had Pro Tools. I had a nice microphone for about $400. I had what is that called? The G6, the Phantom Roland. I had a Phantom Roland G6, the mini one. That shit cost $2,000, bruh. My girlfriend helped me buy that, bruh, and I fucked off everything. I was a fucking loser, man. I lost all my fucking equipment, bruh. I'm a fucking loser, man. I feel so fucking mad at what I did in my past. I had a Roland Phantom. That shit cost $2,000, bruh. All that money I saved to get that equipment, bruh. I lost all that shit. It was all my fault. It was all my doing. Shit. I don't know, bruh. It's, you know, I didn't have that focus, bruh. I lost a lot of focus because I got it wrong. I got around the wrong bitch, bruh. I got around the wrong bitch. She wasn't motivating me enough to keep doing this shit. She wasn't motivating me enough, bruh. She should have been like, you know, Kel, you know you're supposed to be doing music. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. She should have been telling me that. So you always gotta have a female that's always pushing you, behind you 100%, making sure you stay on your grind. Because everybody needs somebody, bruh. Whether you like it or not, you need somebody in your corner. A lot of music producers, they didn't make it on their own, bruh. They made it with a nice artist, you know, with a really talented artist who was pushing each other to get better in the studio, making sure you're showing up to the studio on time, or just call before you you know, come. Call if you're gonna be late. You know, I had all that shit, bruh, and I fucked it off like a fucking loser, bruh. I fucked it off because I didn't have the concentration, bruh. I didn't have the focus. I lost all drive. Now I gotta reclaim it. I gotta reclaim and then finish what I started. Or it's not gonna look good in the next 10 years, bro. It's not. You know, but I gotta get everything back. know, with all these females out here having high expectations and fucking, it's hard to find a partner, you know what I'm saying? Because usually if you could, I'll be able to find a chick, you know, and I can camp with her and then stack my bread. I can't do that no more. All these females, they think they are dime pieces nowadays. All this social media fucked up the whole entire world, bruh. Fucked up the whole entire world. Ever since social media been out, I've been lacking the focus, bruh. Before social media, bruh, we wasn't really like, we wasn't distracted. We was in there making beats, writing songs. Social media show up, and all of a sudden, you know, motherfuckers can't write songs anymore. That's why you got this trash on the radio right now. Because motherfuckers can't keep focused. Always checking they fucking iPhone or some shit like that. Music came out better before social media. Nigga. Rap music was way better. Because niggas put in that hard work. They didn't get distracted easily. There was nothing to distract you. You had a wall, and you had a pen and a pad. You had no iPhone to distract you. You didn't have none of that shit, bruh. All you had was a pen and a paper, you know, and maybe you had like a pager or one of those Blackberries or some shit like that, man. You see what I'm saying? As Blackberries start coming out around that time, back in 2007 and shit like that, and 6, and you didn't have no distractions that they got right now. So nowadays we gotta learn how to block out distraction all over again. Distraction all over again. Because, you know, your mind start to wander off a lot easier nowadays because of the distractions like social media and all these other shit going on right now. You know what I'm saying? And then before you know it, you look up and you're like 10 years go by. You're like, damn, oops. What the fuck? Where the time go, bruh? Where the fuck the time go? I could have been laid up in a fucking mansion somewhere, bruh. Taking care of my family. Being a blessing to my family. Instead of a fucking goddamn curse, man. I've read a lot of books on music, bruh. I read so many books. Man, like one year, I read like 10 books in music, bruh. Got so much knowledge, but I don't got the tools to work with it, bruh. I don't got the tools right now. I got the knowledge. I read Jermaine Dupri's book. I read Russell Simmons' book. I read the music industry book. How to promote your artists and promote your music and shit like that. I read all those books. But what happened was me and my girl decided to break off the relationship. And then after that, I became homeless. And then couldn't find work. I stopped paying on my van, and they came and got my music equipment. You know, $5,000 worth, bruh. $5,000 worth. I haven't made beats in so long. I used to make beats all the time. I used to make beats all the time, bruh. I haven't made beats in like, I don't know, since 2011, somewhere around there. Yep, around 2011, 2012. Haven't made beats since then, bruh. I know how to make beats though. I made zillions of beats. Like I was going strong. I think I started making beats back in 2002 because I had a little beat machine. I started off with a little beat machine with like 4 bars and shit. And I used to make beats off that. And then I brought like a Triton TR. Then I started making beats on that. And then I bought a Rolling Phantom. Was it G6 or something like that? That shit cost $2,000. And then the TR version cost $3,000, and then I had a computer that was like nearly $1,000. I had it was a compact computer. I was running I was running Pro Tools off of that, and then I got me a nice mic, and I turned my fucking like my closet into a booth. Like I put a lot of padding inside my, sponge and shit like that. Padding inside my fucking booth. Made it nice and snug up in there so the echo wouldn't be bouncing around in that fucking closet, because you need a lot of padding inside a booth, you know what I'm saying? Or inside a closet. So you turn your closet into a little booth and shit. So you put a lot of clothes and padding and shit like that. Make it nice and tight up in there. And then I had artists come over and shit like that. But the thing is, nobody could maintain focus. A lot of artists I was working with, they was all chasing bitches. We had niggas out here that gave up a rap career, a future rap career anyway, to go get married to a big old fat hog. How'd that make any sense, bruh? I could see if the female had some type of like sex appeal, but this bitch was ugly. This dude could rap. His name was Blue. I remember I used to work with him. And he said, man, I ain't gonna do no music. I was like, what, man? What's up, dude? What's up with that? I ain't doing music, man. I don't think it's worth it to give up my relationship to go chase this music thing. And I was like, what, man? Come on, blood. I was getting mad. I was getting frustrated with people because they didn't see the benefits of getting a few hits under their belt and living a better life. They didn't see the benefits in this shit. I had one dude, his name was Blue. I remember him. He got married to a big fat woman too. She was big, dude. She had big ass cheeks. The fat went to her face and went all over her body, blood. And he didn't want to stay focused because he was so focused on her. Now, where is he at now? He's still working for that same check cashing place, bro. Years later. He had so much potential in his lyrics. And I wasn't mature enough to know what to do with him back in the day. I was so I was very inexperienced in life. I was inexperienced in producing. I didn't have a whole lot of knowledge. So I was very inexperienced. That's the reason why I didn't get a hit as fast as I did. I tried to do all the work myself instead of getting artists ready. I was in the studio working by myself, trying to write lyrics by myself, writing hooks by myself, writing verses by myself, doing all that work, over exhausting myself. And you get older, you start realizing like, nah, you gotta have somebody writing the hooks. You gotta have somebody that's writing the verses. So that way, if the verses are not getting done, we know who to blame. Okay, we gotta have somebody that's just doing beats. That's it. We gotta divide the work all into different sections where everybody's playing their part. Then as time goes by, we got somebody on the hook that's getting better on the hook. We got somebody that's getting better, that's mastering the verses. A couple of years go by, he done got raw at the verses. Somebody who's making beats, he getting better at beats, cause that's all he doing. And everybody come together, boom, you make a fucking Voltron fucking team, and you ready to go against these motherfuckers out here, bro. But if you're a motherfucker that's trying to do a one-man show out here, you're trying to write the beats. You're trying to make the beats. You're trying to fucking write the lyrics, the hooks, the verses. You're trying to do everything yourself. You're gonna sound mediocre, bro. I learned how to work now, and this time around, I'm gonna do as I say. I'm gonna be dividing the work up between everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I think like this time around, I'm gonna do a better job of working in the studio. Like I'm gonna do a better job. Still the same shit. The music's still the same. Manual. It's just, it's still the same. They got the baby out and shit like that. The beats are still the same. It's just what they changing about music is just the lyrics, the content. That's all it is. Those beats sound the same. That shit go back and them beats ain't never changed, but same hi-hats, same kick drums, you know what I'm saying? Same fucking, they ain't got synths no more. That's what they changed it. They don't got no synths in the beats no more. You know what I'm saying? It's going back to that old school, you know, with the bass line and shit like that, the drums and the kicks, the hi-hats and shit. You know what I'm saying? Different types of sounds that they got out there. You know, it's still the same shit, bro, but a different lyrics and different patterns with the lyrics and shit. That's all it is. I gotta go drop this food off. 4230. 4230. It's still the same shit, bro. I was listening to the radio the other day, and those beats are the same, bro. It's still the same shit. 4230. What? I passed it. I can make all sorts of beats. I gotta get back in the studio again, bro. It's been years since I've been in there. I usually was making a lot of beats that sound like, like hi-fi beats back in the day when it was hi-fi beats. And I used to make like Timberland sounding beats and shit, back where Timberland was hot. Dr. Dre, I wasn't really too much of a fan of him. My friend, he was a friend of Dr. Dre. He used to make beats like Dr. Dre. Hello. Hey. DoorDash? Sorry, man. There you go, man. Have a good night, dude.
Not for me. For
DoorDash?
Name. You scared me.
Yeah, DoorDash. You never order DoorDash?
No. No. Let me be. Lenny?
For Lenny.
Yes. Thanks, man.
For sure, man. Have a good night.
Night.
Okay. No, I can emulate through the keyboard though. I can use the Appraisio to get me out of jail whenever I need it. I used to use the Appraisio and I used to play one key, right? And that's why you gotta learn your fucking equipment very well. I used to use the Appraisio where I would I used to press one key and it will play like a melody for me. And that's what I used to do, bro. Like all the time. I forgot about the Appraisio. You press one key and it'll play a melody for like a few bars. You know what I'm saying? It'll bail you out of jail when you can't think of nothing else. Yeah, it's the cheat code, yeah. Yeah, it's the cheat code and shit, bruh. The cheat code. And I let go of it. I came in, I quit. I blame it on me. If I didn't get a hit, I blame it on myself because I quit. I quit music. It wasn't like I kept going, bro. No, I quit. I blame the shit up on me. It's all on me. If I wouldn't have quit, I'd probably been in Beverly Hills right now, living the life, bro. Because I had potential, and I still got potential, bro. It's just I gotta go back and finish what I started, bro. We can live the life. All we need is just one hit, bro. All you need to do is get it right just one time. It ain't like you need like a zillion hits, nigga. You need that one hitter. All you need to do is get one hit, but it takes a lot of work to get that one hit, though. And the right artist, the right fucking artist, bro. The motherfucker who's gonna be laser beam focused. Because I seen a lot of niggas when I was working in the studio, they didn't have that laser beam focus. They wanted to go to the bar and club. Where they at now? Okay, they still at that whack ass job. Okay, all right. I seen niggas, they just can't. They had problems with discipline. They couldn't even make beats. Sit at that keyboard for a few hours and make beats. They couldn't do it. They didn't have that focus. Yeah, Soulja Boy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But Soulja Boy was a workaholic in the studio. That's what made him Soulja Boy. You want to know what made him Soulja Boy? This nigga was able to block out distraction and become creative with his music. His music came with a dance, bruh. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, he's very focused, bruh. That's what you gotta admire about that nigga, man. What you gotta admire about this nigga is like this nigga stayed focused and his music came with a dance. He sat there and thought to himself like, damn, what can I do to fucking stand out? Okay, I can create a dance with the music. I can create a dance with the song. and then I could get people to fucking buy into it. You know what I'm saying? That's where his creativity come from. But you gotta be focused though, bro. You gotta be thinking. That nigga was smart though, and then he was smart later in life too when he made that video game console. I think he got what happened? He got sued or something like that. But he made a pretty penny off that video game console though. Nigga was smart, man. A lot of niggas, they just don't have that mental focus, bro. You gotta get that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that fucking goddamn shit. You know what I'm saying? He was successful because he was talented and he worked hard. Okay? But if you know, you gotta work hard too, you know? And you gotta stand out. Try your best to stand out from everybody. What made them stand out was the Superman fucking song. And then let me tell you, it's always a downhill spiral after the first hit. Okay, you make one hit, okay, there's a downhill spiral, okay, and that shows you that anybody can get a hit with hard work and dedication, blah. Because guess what? You don't stay at the top forever. You get a few hits and it's a downward spiral. Think about it. Let's go back to Drew Hill, the R&B group. Them motherfuckers came out with the Drew Hill song, the Tell Me What You Want, with the hits and shit, right? And then after that, the next album was going down. It wasn't as good as the first. And then the third one was trash. It was all the third fucking album was trash as fuck. Why? Because they start losing that hunger, bro. They're not struggling no more. When you hungry, nigga, you in the studio 24/7 trying to get that one hit. So you build up a lot of momentum. Then when you get them Jordans, you get that fucking fly ride out there, you get that house and that mansion and shit like that, you think you're gonna be hustling in the studio like you were when you was broke? Nah, nigga. Nah, hell no. Where am I going? Am I going the right way? Shit. Am I going the right way? Yeah, I'm going the right way. Shit. I know where I'm at now. You ain't gonna be hustling. So that goes to show that anybody can get a hit. It's just your mental focus, bro. Where's that at? I want to know. I want to know, can you block out all the distractions in your head so we can get this shit done? I don't want no ADD motherfuckers around me this time around. You got ADD, I need to get away from you. You know what I'm saying? You know, the Soulja Boy, he started to fall off because he wasn't hungry no more. He was fresh out of ideas and full of money. He went broke, but he made his millions back. He was about to make hella money fighting Chris Brown, and then they call that shit off because somebody was gonna get hurt. When you worth millions of dollars, you can't be out there boxing and shit. You gotta protect your money, bruh. Yeah, once you start making the millions of dollars, you start losing that hunger. No matter who you are, bruh. It don't matter who you are. Just ask Mike Tyson. Nigga start making millions. What he do? He start sleeping in more. He start fucking more bitches. He started being lazy around the house. He started playing video games. He got a big ass mansion and shit. You know, he in there fucking hella hoes, lining them up. He started, you know what I'm saying? He ain't never had nothing. Once you make it out, you start getting that lazy bone, bro. Everybody does that. Even Michael Jackson. His best album was Thriller. Then his next album was Bad, right? And he started going downhill after that. Even Michael Jackson, you know, started to become like trash. His music started becoming trash after a while, blood. Because nigga ain't got that hunger no more. He can't outdo Thriller. Michael Jackson could not outdo Thriller. He came close with Bad, but that wasn't as good as Thriller. They're not playing songs on the radio from bad, bruh. They playing the old Michael Jackson. They playing the old Michael Jackson, the Thriller Michael Jackson. They play that song Thriller Night every single goddamn Halloween. Thriller. You know what I'm saying? Everybody fall off in the music industry. So that let you know that anybody can get a hit. It's just where your mental focus at, bro. Huh? How good are you with avoiding distractions? Me, I have gotten better over the years. You see what I'm saying? Where your mental game at? Where your focus at? When you get a call from that bitch, are you gonna answer that shit, or are you gonna keep on making that verse? You gonna keep on writing down that verse? You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that shit, bro. Don't let anything break your concentration. It's not even worth it, bro. Yeah, it don't matter what industry, who you are, bro. Everybody falls off. What happened to, like, who else? MC Hammer. Nigga was falling off of his music. His music was sounding trash after a while. Because he didn't have that momentum. See, when you hungry and you ain't got no hits, you have time to build momentum. That's why when you come out, your songs are fucking on point. Because you spent like 2 years on that album. You know what I'm saying? And then when you come out with an album and then it's hot, right? The record companies give you a time limit. Nigga, we want you to come out with another album in the next 4 months. Okay, 4 months you need to come out with an album. You can't be in that studio all fucking goddamn, year long. So the next album gonna sound like trash because you were rushed. You didn't get to take your time. That's why the music industry, the only people that fucking kept their fucking shit was Rihanna and Drake. Jay-Z. Even his shit started to sound like trash after a while, man. Them lazy lyrics compared to the lyrics back in the 90s, nigga. When Jay-Z came out in the 90s, that nigga lyrics was on point. And the older he got, the more trash his lyrics became. He wasn't hungry no more, nigga. He didn't have to work hard no more. Fuck that. That's where you want to be at, blood. You want to get to the point where even if you write trash down, it's still selling. You feel me? You know? Oh, shit. I gotta go take a break. Lloyd Banks? Yeah, man. Yup. I like Lloyd Banks. I like him. Stop. Wait a minute. And he was going downhill with that one hit, brother. He only had that one hit. Lloyd Banks, that's all he had. No, that was Lloyd. Guy's name. You know? Yeah. Well, you're doing it because you love music. Yeah, Lloyd Banks. G. Lloyd. Okay, that's right. I remember Lloyd Banks. I remember him. It's on fire. It's on fire. That was my shit back in the day, boy. I forgot the lyrics though. I didn't buy the song. I remember I used to follow G Unit all the time. But the reason why 50 Cent was successful, let me tell you one of the reasons why he was successful. He stayed persistent and he had less distractions. That's it. Social media, bruh. That's why his music was so. He's another prime example of starting off with fire and he started cooling off in his last albums. You know what I'm saying? And then he came out with that last song, Put It Down on. That song was a hit. You know what I'm saying? But that was it. That was it. That was the last of 50 Cent right there. He started writing verses on other people's shit, like what's his name? Snitch 9. You know what I mean? He was writing verses on Snitch 9 album. And then he was working with who else? He was working with Pop Smoke. I remember that song. She Want the Woo. You know what I'm saying? She want the woo. That song was hit, boy. It wasn't my favorite song, but it was nice. It wasn't as good as the other shit. Out with your artist, you got to make sure he has the right voice for rap. 50 Cent and who else got a voice for rap? Pop Smoke. These niggas got like a gift for rapping. Yep. DMX, Tupac. These niggas got rap voices, bro. They got that rap voice. And you gotta look at that in your artist too. You gotta be like, okay, does he have a rap voice? Where does he stand with the greats? Does he stand with 50 Cent and Pop Smoke? Well, Pop Smoke wasn't a great, but he had a really good voice for rapping, bro. See what I'm saying? Biggie Smalls was the one, you know, I understand. You know, I didn't like his voice very well, but it worked. It worked. It worked, bro. You know, it worked. But you gotta look for your artist, man. Your artist gotta be laser beam focused, and that's where the money's gonna come from. That laser beam focus. That's where the money come from. The money don't come from getting distracted by simple shit like bitches. The money don't get, you know, your money don't come from your distraction, bro. It comes from the discipline and the hard work. That's where the money come from. Your discipline. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Big L. I hope you mean LL Cool J. You see what I'm saying? It's like, dude, motherfucker gotta stay laser beam focused so he won't get none out of life, bro. I learned that the hard way, man. I'm still pissed off to this day. Okay, I never heard of Big L. I've been trying to stay relevant with the rappers nowadays, man. I like the baby. I like him. It's just like you gotta pick your artist, bro. You know what? Your wealth and your future depends on the artist you choose. So you better choose the best artist. You better learn how to pick future artists. You got to be able to see something in that artist, brother. A lot of dudes can't see, that the record companies can't see. You got to see something in that artist that the vultures can't see. You know, because a lot of record companies, they don't want to take no chances with motherfuckers. And when you starting off in the game, you got to take a lot of chances. You got to take a lot of risk. But everything got to be calculated. Is this the artist that's going to give us a better life? Is this the artist that's going to rock that fucking mic, man? Do you really like his music? Do you like the way he rap? Can he write 16 verses? Can he fucking get with the best of the best? Is he going to quit, when things don't go right? It's just like, those are the questions, bro, that you got to ask yourself before you get involved with the artist. Because other than that, you're going to be wasting your time. And then you got to fucking deal with another artist after that. I was surprised on how Pop Smoke became successful so goddamn quick. Like, damn, dude, you became successful really quickly, bro. Just a couple of years and you was making tons of dough. You know? You know what I'm saying? I'll check him out. We gotta make sure we stay on that motherfucking paper chase, bro. There's nothing more important than making your dreams come true, bro. And you gotta treat it that way. I'm about to get back into this music shit. You know what I mean? And I don't want nobody coming in, you know, that's got three baby mamas or some shit. I don't want to work with artists like that. If you got a kid, that's fine. But if you got like 3 or 4 baby mamas, you know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna have the focus like that. Yeah, they don't invest in themselves because they don't believe. That's why. A lot of niggas don't invest themselves because they got a lack of belief. They don't believe in themselves. But you're gonna have to blow money on yourself, bro. You're gonna have to fucking invest. There's no way around investing, bro. There's no way around it. And guys get caught up in the motherfucking, you know, the pussy trap. That's what I call it. The pussy trap, bro. You know? I don't know, man. Short-term pleasure, that's not worth it to me. You know? A lot of cats, they lose focus of what they trying to do. You know, but you gotta realize, dude, what's at the end of the road, blood? A better life, blood. Like I said, man, we're gonna always be somebody's bitch if we don't stay focused. The motherfuckers who stay focused win the game. But I seen niggas who lost focus like I did, okay? But I was seeing niggas lose focus before I even lost focus. I used to look at niggas trying to make beats in the studio and they couldn't do it. They didn't have the discipline to do it. They couldn't sit there for 2 to 3 hours making a beat, bruh. Sitting there listening to it over and over again and then turn it off and then turn it back on to listen with fresh ears and shit. They didn't have that focus that way. So they say, fuck it, I don't want to do this no more. You know, but it was me that sat there for like an hour making a beat. It would take me on an hour to make a beat. And then as I got better, I was making beats in half hour, bruh. Because it would click like Legos. Because you was getting good at it. So, and then half hour the beat be done. All I gotta do is like is do the little like, you know, detailing and shit, the little sounds in the background, and I was done. I got really good at making beats, bro. That's all I did was make beats and hooks. But then I started to do too much. You know what I mean? I was just like, fuck it. I'm just gonna write the hooks, write the verses, make the beats, try to fucking mix the beats up and shit like that. And I was like, oh man, I can't do that. I started wearing myself out. You can't do that. You gotta have somebody making the beats. You gotta have somebody just writing the hooks. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have somebody, you gotta divide them jobs, you know, amongst each other with your group. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, dude, you're gonna be one mediocre motherfucker. That's what I learned. I read that in the books. But let me tell you, when I got that knowledge, I became homeless at the time. And I wasn't able to put my knowledge to work. And I still haven't been able to put my knowledge to work. I haven't got back into the studio since I got that knowledge. So I wonder what's gonna happen when I get back in the studio now that I got the knowledge. I read Jermaine Dupri book, okay? I read his book. He was basically creating artists from scratch. He created artists from scratch. He didn't need the record company's blood. He made a way out. He took an artist that couldn't even rap, and all he did was write his lyrics for him, and then go ahead and rap this in the booth. Go in there. No matter of fact, go listen to it, memorize the lyrics, and then come back after a week, and then we're gonna record the song down. But you gotta memorize the lyrics at home. Come back. That's what he used to do. He wrote Crisscross's, like, remember that song Jump from Crisscross? He wrote all 3 verses, bro. Jermaine Dupri. Jermaine Dupri didn't make no beats like that. He made only the drums, and he let his piano man do the work. And all he did was lay the drum down and let the piano man do the shit, and then and the motherfucker come in who make beats. He detailed the beat, and that's it, bro. Done. But he know what he said in his book though? He said he wasn't the type to get distracted by the booty. That's what he said. He said, I was never the type to get distracted by the booty. And that's what made him Jermaine Dupri. It's the fact that he didn't get distracted by booty. Jay-Z too. Yeah, that's right. You read his book, right? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah. He met Crisscross at the mall. He saw something different with them. He saw that they looked like little men, grown men or whatever. They had a different they had a different swag to them or something like that. And then he said he made them turn their fucking clothes around to see the reaction from people. You read the book? I read the book. I was a music head back in the day. I read all those books in the music industry. He was talking about T-Boz, TLC. You know what I'm saying? All that shit, bro. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, he gave them swag, bro. He gave them some swag. But he also studied the art form too, bro. You see what I'm saying? Everybody had their signature, bro. I mean, their signature shit. You know, Tupac had that bandana, nose ring and shit. You know, Thug Life. You know, Biggie Smalls had them top hats and shit. Everybody had their signature shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? But niggas don't learn. They don't know how to stay focused for long periods of time, bro. They just don't know how to stay focused. You can make it. You can make a hit, bro. We can have a good life. It's just, what are we trying to do here? What are we trying to fucking give up here? You know, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You know? Yeah, I'm gonna read some more books, bro. I mean, I wanna know what's going on out there, man. Because I used to go to Rasputin. No, I used to go to what's that bookstore? I forgot the name of the bookstore, but this was this big old bookstore that used to be open, and I used to go there all the time and pick up books because I was hungry for music. At the time, I was a music fanatic, bro. Some way down the line, I got distracted. I lost my place where I was supposed to be recording at. I got into an argument with the fucking manager there. And ever since then, I've been out of it. California became super expensive, so I couldn't afford a rent by myself. I should have left California. Matter of fact, I tried to leave California, and I was going to my dad spot in Kansas City, Missouri. You know, my name was on the lease and shit. You know what I mean? And I was gonna stay out there in Kansas City, Missouri, and then make music and shit like that, man. I went out there. I set up a studio in the basement and shit where my dad lived. You know what I mean? Because my fucking name was on the list, but me and him couldn't get along, bro. So I had to leave up out of there. And then after that happened, I fell off big time. Motherfucker, I lugged my music equipment across the United States just to go see my dad. And then I lugged my music equipment back across, you know, and then somebody stole my keyboard stand. Somebody stole my keyboard stand, bro. Up under the bus and shit. You see what I'm saying? I had a big ass keyboard stand. I had two keyboards. I put them on top of each other, man. The Triton and the Rolling Phantom. It was a G6. You know, and I had that, blood. The Rolling Phantom was a fucking beast, bro. That shit was a beast. I love that shit. For some reason, I had to sell that shit to get a van, cause I was gonna live in that van. You know, that's what it was. And that shit was a beast. I love that fucking keyboard, bro. It's just I didn't have the mental focus. I lost focus. Especially when, you know, what really fucked me up was the 2008 stock market crash. That really fucked me up. I went into like chasing pussy and drinking alcohol all the time. I didn't see no food on the plate. You know? But I should have stayed focused, even though that there was I should have stayed focused, even though that there was a bad economy. I should have still stayed focused. But let me tell you, there was a lack of support. I didn't have the support. You feel me? I didn't. Once me and my girl broke up, that was the end of my support right there. So I was living in my van and shit, man, and you know, I, when I was there, I should have been stacking money when I was living with her. I made a mistake of not stacking money. You know what I'm saying? I made a mistake of just putting all my eggs in one basket and and then I stayed here in California. I should have been on my way out to a cheaper place. I should have had money stacked up. So when me and her had, wasn't together no more, I would have been able to move out of California. I could have had like $5,000 or $10,000 saved up in that time we was together. I should have been working the whole entire time we was together. Instead, I became a video gameaholic. I was chasing bitches. I was going to clubs, because she had a lot of money. So I was basically living off my ex-girlfriend. She was making like over 100,000 a year and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I would just, every time I would get my unemployment check, I would go hit the fucking bar because I got unemployed. I was unemployed for a while. And I would go hit the bar and chase bitches once I got my unemployment check. You see what I'm saying? Chasing them bitches, I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson hard. You know? The frustration comes is that we gotta, that mental focus, everybody gotta have that. Jay-Z, what made him Jay-Z was the nigga was a workaholic. What made Tupac a Tupac is the nigga was a workaholic. He had that mental focus. And back then, nigga, social media wasn't around. So you was able to focus a lot harder. So now you gotta block all that shit out that's around. Social media, too much social media is bad for your brain. You won't get shit done. I think, you know what? You know, it's about blocking all distractions out of your mind and focusing on what you need to do and what's most important in life and knowing the value of being free and being a wealthy Negro. Knowing the value of not being under somebody else's shadow and being a slave to the system, because I feel like this system is built for us to be trapped here forever. It is. It's built for you to be trapped. If you're not mentally strong, if you don't know how to stay focused, you will never get out. You know what I'm saying? You'll never get out of this system that's built for you to fail every single goddamn day. They're gonna throw bitches at you. They're gonna throw clubs at you. The clubs are not around no more, so we should have more focus this time around. There's no bars, no clubs to take your attention away. Dating world is fucking super competitive, so that shouldn't be a problem anymore. Getting distracted by pussy is not even a problem no more. You see what I'm saying? Because let me tell you, as I get older, it's getting hard to attract women with just looks. I'm just saying. It's getting harder to attract women with just looks. It is. A lot of OG cats won't tell you that. But you know what? After 40, it's going to get worse with trying to attract women with just looks. Let me tell you that. We're on a downhill slope right now. That's why I stay working out. You know what I mean? But even that's not going to cut it after a while, bro. See what I'm saying? That mental focus, the drive, the purpose. We got to end this fucking poverty bullshit, bro. We still ain't ended it yet. We can't live in delusion. A lot of dudes, they living in delusion. Thinking that they beat poverty. No, you haven't. You haven't beat it. My sister, same thing, man. She thinking she made it out of poverty. No, you not. You staying in a fucked up ass neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? It's been nearly 30, 40 years. And you ain't made it out yet. You better get that discipline back. Maintain that focus. You better. A lot of guys don't understand and I don't think people know know what happens. I think a lot of guys don't believe in themselves, and I think like they can't picture themselves free. They can't picture themselves with two bad bitches in the Bahamas throwing money around. They just can't picture themselves that. So therefore, you know, they will fail. And I love music too, bro. It wasn't like I was doing it for the money, bro. I had a passion for music. Making them beats and shit, man, all night long. Working hella hard, neck all hurting and shit from sitting up in that chair, making them beats. Sometimes you would get stuck on the beat and you get one of those brain freezes or whatever where you can't get the patterns down and shit, you know what I'm saying? And then you gotta take a rest from the beat, go get something to eat and come back and try to finish it off. It's just like those are the days, bro. Those were the days. You know what I'm saying? And I regret not staying focused. That's what my frustration was. Why didn't I stay focused? I would have been in a different spot right now if I would have stayed on that grind. I gave up, and that's where people go wrong is they give up. One of the Bay Area rappers told me not to give up before I even gave up on music. I was telling them, one of the famous Bay Area rappers was at a bar where I worked. You see what I'm saying? Not Mr. Fab. It was another guy. He made a song called I think his name was Jay Prince or something like that, or Jay Valentine, or Jay Holiday, something like that, or something like that. Jay something. He made a hyphy song, but it was a spinoff of T-Pain, I'm Sprung, but he put the hyphy mix up in there. Instead of saying I'm sprung, cause you got me. No, it's like, you know what I mean? Like he replaced it with hyphy. I'm hyphy, got me doing things I never do. Yeah, Jay Holiday. Yeah, Jay Holiday, bruh. And he made the hyphy song. And then I met him at a bar where I worked at. I mean, a club. It was called the Glass Cat. And he walked up to me. He said, "Man, don't give up, bruh. That's where a lot of dudes go wrong at. Don't give up. Don't give up. Never give up." You see what I'm saying? He told me that, man. And years later, I ended up giving up. So, yeah, I got to meet him. Yeah, I got to meet him once because I was a security. I was a bouncer there at the bar. So I had like front row seats, nigga. I could get inside the VIP lounge, meet the artists. Nigga, I met working at bars and clubs, bro. I who did I meet? I met what's that dude name? Ryan Leslie. I met Ryan Leslie. Them motherfuckers try to kick me out of the VIP lounge, and then the club owner or the club security was like, "Nah, he's part of security. He's okay." I was like, "You can't kick me out, man. You can't kick me out." Jay Holiday was popping before then, bro. He came out with a few hits in the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. He was downhill though after Cassie though. He came up with the organ and shit and Cassie's beat that dun, 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 with Cassie and shit. And he came out with that. That was him on the organ. That dun 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 dun. Yeah, that was him. I always admired him, bro. I always was following him all the time, bro. Back in the day, back in 2005 and 6, that's when music was hot, boy. I was following Scott Storch, Timberland. I was following all those fucking goddamn producers, bro. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like Dr. Dre too much. I never really liked him, but I was on Timberland, Scott Storch, even though they were beefing with each other and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know? Yeah. Yeah. Hey, man, the bigger man always win. Just remember that. Ryan Leslie, let me tell you, man, he was a beast on that piano. He know how to play instruments and shit, bro. He was big. Even though he tried to kick me out of the VIP lounge when I was there, I was talking to people, trying to make connections and shit. And they was like, "Who's that guy up in here?" I remember he came to the bar over there in Walnut Creek where I used to live, and I was working there. I was part of security and shit. And he was trying to kick me out. I was like, "Nah, man, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm part of security, man. I'm protecting you, bro." They was like, "Okay, he's cool then. He's cool. He's security." But I'm glad I was security though, because they would have kicked me out. Who's that guy? We don't know that guy. But that's the power of fucking working in a security spot. You can get closer to the stars and shit. You know what I'm saying? Whose man is this? Yeah, I know, right? Whose man is this? Who is Cat? Nigga, I'm Cat. We don't know no Cat. And I was over there. I was close with the bitches and shit. They had bitches in the VIP lounge and shit. I was close with the bitches. They had dime pieces up in there. I mean, they wasn't really dime. It was like, they was close to time. They were like eights and shit. You know, he performed his song on stage and shit. Ryan Leslie and shit, bruh. You know, he performed his song on stage. I watched him perform and shit. All his favorite songs and shit. You know, I wasn't really a fan of his solo albums and shit, bro. I just was a fan of the shit that he was doing on like Cassie's album and all these other albums and shit. He was just like a piano man, really. He was a piano man. That's all he really was. He come add his piano and shit. And that was it. He got paid. But him as an artist, nah, I didn't like his music, bro. It was mediocre at best. You feel me? But you know what? When you work hard at it, you get something out of it. He got something out of it. He wasn't the best motherfucker around. He wasn't like Scott Storch, but he got a piece of the pie, though. See what I'm saying? Yeah, man. He learned how to work the internet, bro. He learned how to make money on the internet. The internet started taking off and shit around that time. And he did the smart things, man. He did the smart things. You know? But you gotta realize that, man, you know, if you're not staying focused 100%, bro, you ain't gonna get none out of it, out of this life, bro. You know? My thing is, my weakness was my dick. That was my weakness, bro. And that took me out of the game. You can't allow females to fucking block your concentration. Females will always be there. Just remember that shit. Them bitches ain't going nowhere. They'll be there when you cross that finish line. I think a lot of people around me lacked a lot of discipline and focus for long periods of time. You know what I'm saying? All the artists I work with, they didn't blow up. I used to work with this guy named Tater Boy. I used to work with this dude named AMT. They still in the same spot, blood. They didn't blow up. Why? Because they lost focus. They didn't get better at what they were doing. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers, pussy is a horrible drug, bro. And it's a hell of a drug. But the lack of opportunity too, man, would discourage you, you know, because you don't see opportunity around you. You know. Yeah, if you put as much, you know, effort into like your career or whatever you're doing, as you do women, you'll be millionaires. I think all of us got potential to be a millionaire. But a lot of us, we don't want to give up things to get there, like your time and your effort. It's like, no, you gotta have those things, man. Get pussy off the mind and watch you fucking fly. I guarantee that, bro. You stop thinking about pussy for a couple of years, you will get to where you have to go. Just keep your mind on an easier life. How about that? Let's keep our mind on an easier life. You see what I'm saying? Just think about how easy it's gonna be once you get a few hits under your belt. Just think about how you'll be living on easy street. Okay, let's think about that. Keep your mind on that. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nothing better than fucking living on easy street, if you ask me, bro. Ain't nothing better than fucking eventually getting a few hits on your belt, living a good life. You see what I'm saying? And you know, and the thing is, think about this. Think about it this way, because this is what really really got to me when I was listening to what's her name's Alox.com, right? You know what that bitch said, man? She was like, all you gotta do is get it once right. I mean, all you gotta do is get it right once. All you gotta do is get it right once and you'll be set for life. Just look at Gangnam Style. The guy who made Gangnam Style. This nigga sold millions and millions and millions of units, you know, throughout the whole entire world, bruh. And now he's living on Easy Street. Just that one big hit. Think about Busta Move, Young MC. That nigga still eating off his fucking songs, bruh. Think about all these R&B artists, Babyface, all these other motherfuckers. They still eating off them songs, bruh. Think about Dr. Dre, still eating off them songs. Think about Dr. Dre, still eating off them motherfucking songs. Sir Mix-a-Lot, he's still eating off that song, bruh. He remember. He's 32. He remember. He's still eating off them songs. But the thing is, niggas, they quit before they get them songs out. A lot of niggas quit before they get the songs out, bruh. They lose focus. They start doing other things, bruh. I seen this happen before I quit music. I seen niggas quit music before. They just go back to working that whack-ass job. They just gave up. They said, I don't got no passion for this no more. I was okay, what else you got? Nothing. Okay, well, okay, all right. Yeah, all you need is one hit. I was just saying that. You just need just one good hit. You niggas, you got to keep your mind on that one good one. You see what I'm saying? Just say, look, keep repeating yourself. Nigga, all I need is one hit. Shit. And we good. You get your foot in the door with that one hit. Now, the second hit, I don't know. But that one hit, you get your foot in the door. And then what you make, you know, a few million off that one hit, and you take that money and you invest into something else. You can just use music as a gate, a gateway to other things. Make like 2 hits, take that money, go invest it in some stock market or bullshit or whatever. Invest your money in some Bitcoin. Do something else. You don't have to blow all your money, all your earnings from the hit. You gotta stay focused on that shit though, bro. We gotta maintain focus. We can't lose focus no more. You see what I'm saying? If you had music equipment, go get them motherfuckers again, bro. Go start making music again. Start making beats again. Get in the studio again. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Crypto, invest in crypto. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. But you need that. You need to get that hit. If you're doing music, man, you gotta focus on nothing but the hit. And tell these artists, man, what you expect from them, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Tell them motherfuckers, I need you to be as focused on this as I am right now. We both need to be focused on this. If you got a girlfriend, get rid of her. Oh man, I ain't getting rid of my girlfriend. Okay, well I can't work with you, bro, because you putting pussy over fucking work right now. This is where this nigga's mind is. I remember this one dude in LA when I went to LA, right? This one cat, he was out there making beats by himself. I know this nigga, man. I used to work with him in the studio, right? He moved to LA. The nigga had no car. He was living with a broad, right? And I went over his house. I was like, dude, you ain't got no artists over here? Nah, man. How long you been living here again? I've been living here for the last 4 years. And where your artists at? I ain't got them. Like, what the fuck have you been doing this whole time? That's what I'm talking about, bruh. And then I said, man, let me go get the artists and we bring them back. No, we can't make beats. We can't do music here. I said, why? Because your bitch gonna get mad? We trying to make a better life. Oh, no, man. I can't do it, man. We can't bring beats. I was like, dude, I go get the artists and I bring them back here. So I was surrounded by niggas like him that made me want to give up. The nigga put his bitch over music, bro. I kept running into cats like that. I'm like, nigga, get out of this relationship. What you doing, nigga? You know what? And these niggas end up breaking up with their females anyway. I said, I told you, nigga. Nigga, this nigga, these relationships don't last. Nigga, you can't eat off no relationship for the rest of your life. With music, you can. And some niggas, they get love and relationships mixed up with resources. Like, how you gonna do that shit, bro? You know what I'm saying? You giving up your passion in music for a bitch? Man, you can tell these niggas was raised by single mothers, bro. Doing everything with their emotions. I think that nigga that ended up homeless, though. That nigga Marcel, his name was Marcel. That nigga was hella dirty, though. He used to always make beats. He used to smell. That nigga used to smell, bro. He used to come over to my studio, or my little tiny apartment where I had my studio, right? He used to come over smelling and shit. We liked his beats, but that nigga smelled. He didn't take no showers. One time he left a smell in my room that, it took like at least a day to fucking get that smell out of my room or in my apartment. And I told him, I was like, look, dude, you gotta start washing your ass before you come over to my fucking goddamn my fucking house, blood, because right now you smelling like a goddamn animal right now. I told that nigga, you need to take showers, bro. He didn't take no shower or nothing. But the nigga made clean beats, though. We was fucking with him because he had those beats. And he was giving them away for free, nigga. So I had to take that punishment to get to them beats. But he went with a bitch, bro. He over there. I told you guys about this guy a long time ago. The guy in LA, the one I went off on. I made a video about me chewing his ass out. He was into that bitch, blood. Why are you into the bitch? How is this gonna benefit us in the long run? Niggas, I think niggas get benefits and shit like that confused with love and sex and stuff like that. Like, you can't live off love, you fucking dumbass. You can't live off pussy, you fucking dumbass. We live off resources, money. You know? And niggas, they do as they feel. They're not doing the most they're not using their brain. They're not doing the most logical thing to do. They wanna choose women over their goals and shit. Like, why? Why, blood? Your mom didn't give you enough love when you were little? That's what it is. Your mom didn't give you enough love. You ain't got no family that you trying to get out of poverty? What, you don't think that this is poverty? Nigga, this is hell. And I kept running into dudes like that, bro. I kept running into motherfuckers who had a sex addiction. I used to work with this dude. His name was Eddie Kane, bro. He named himself Eddie Kane, right? He was a producer that I met at the ASCAP convention. Me and him got into an argument. At the end, he talking about he was gonna fuck my bitch. I was like, what? You could tell this nigga ain't getting no pussy or something. No, he had some type of sexual addiction. And all of a sudden, we in an argument, right? And all of a sudden, this nigga pop out. I'll fuck your bitch. I was like, what? I ain't talking to your ass no more, bruh. Fuck you. You ain't fucking my bitch. That's when I was with my ex-girlfriend and shit. I was like, man, I was so heavy in the game, bro. I spent thousands of dollars on that music equipment, bro. I spent thousands of dollars. Probably more than $5,000. Probably about $6,000, because I was buying new, upgraded, like microphones and shit. I was doing it for about 6 years strong. I did it for 6 years strong, bro. I knew my way around the studio. I know how to make beats. Like, if I started making beats right now, it would take me a few months to get like used to it again. But I'll find that sweet spot again. This time I'll be smarter about it this time around, though. About how I work. I wouldn't do everything. I just make beats. That's it. That's what I would do. I wouldn't write no lyrics, no songs. Nah, I need to find an artist that can write lyrics and can write 16 verses and shit. Then we worry about the hook later. You know what I'm saying? But you have to maintain focus, blood. That means for years at a time, you got to be at that keyboard, bro. Let's do this shit smart this time around, because I'm not trying to get caught up with no female. Guess what? We can't get caught up by no female, because the date market is so goddamn competitive. We won't have no bitches to like block our fucking concentration. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, hey, you can't use pussy as a fucking excuse to get distracted, because the date market is so goddamn competitive now. It should be a lot easier to get a hit this time around. There's no pussy involved. No pussy to distract you. You know what I'm saying? Pussy is not easy to get nowadays. So you should be able to get a hit just like that. Quick and hurry. But I need to hear the artist. I need to hear his lyrics, his bars for me to work with him. I don't want to work with no old ass motherfucker trying to get his groove back. I need to work with a young artist that's like 20 something years old. He hungry. He been writing verses since he was like, 13, 14 years old. He been writing for a while. I need to have him polished. You see what I'm saying? Already before I come through and spit shining. You see what I'm saying? I just need hear some raw talent. A motherfucker who's hungry, who got that glow, who got that swag though. You know what I'm saying? He need to be like, Bobby Smurda. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He need to be writing these lyrics, bro. He need to not be getting distracted. You know what I mean? That's where the money goes out the fucking goddamn window when you get distracted. You got ADD. I'm like, what are you, man? You a crack baby or something? You can't stay focused on them lyrics. This is your bread and butter, bro. Keep it moving. This is your future bread and butter, bro. You gotta get with the best of them. You gotta compete with these other men out here, these other beat makers. The only way you could do that, you gotta be writing lyrics 24/7 like them. Nigga, you gotta be writing 1,000 words a day. A day. You should be writing lyrics every single day, so you can get really, really good at it, and you master that shit, and then it'll show. It'll show who been practicing or not, bro. Like when you step up on shades, I mean, when you step up on stage, right? It'll show if you've been practicing or not. If you've been on that shit, it'll show. But if you've been bullshitting, it'll show that you've been bullshitting. You see what I'm saying? And then, see, the thing is, we got naysayers on the sideline. You got your family and shit who don't believe in you and shit. That should give you more energy to prove them wrong. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get money, then here come them with their hands out and shit. They come out with your hands out. Oh man, I knew you could make it. Like, nah, man, get the fuck out of here, man. You was watching me fucking suffer out here. Sit your ass down. I ain't giving you nothing. You see what happened with my family? All of a sudden, they thought my fucking father left some money behind. Everybody was calling you and shit, coming out of the blue. Haven't talked to these motherfuckers in years. They coming out of nowhere. Motherfuckers ain't bought no birthday present. no Christmas gift, nothing your whole entire life. They coming out of nowhere. I ain't even know these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? That's how motherfuckers work. They only come to you when you have money. Just like these bitches, these females. They only gonna come to you when you got hella money in your pocket. And you got that status. In order to be a good lyricist, you gotta be on that shit 24/7, bro. You know what I'm saying? You want to write good 16s, you gotta stay on them 16s. Don't do nothing else though. Don't start making beats and shit. That's gonna take away, power from your fucking goddamn it's gonna take away power from your lyrics and shit. Don't spread yourself too thin. That's one thing I learned in those books. The books that I read and shit. They said don't spread yourself too thin. Get somebody on them beats. Get somebody on them hooks. Get somebody on them 16s. And let them niggas just do the hook. Nah, we need the hook man. He need to be focused on just hooks. That's it. Nothing else. Cause then he gonna get good at it. He gonna get really good at it. Cause that's all he doing. That's all you gotta focus on. Just hooks. That's it. You got tight 16s. I need you to be focused on that like a fucking goddamn motherfucking whatever you focused on. You gotta be focused on that shit every single day, writing 16s, bro. And then you practice, and you get gooder. You get gooder. You get better. You get better. You get better. You get better, and you master it. And then your work will show off, bro. Cause then nobody can write a 16 like you though. You see what I'm saying? Practice makes perfect. You know what I mean? Practice makes perfect. You know? And don't do it for the money either. That's one thing a lot of dudes get it twisted. Don't do it for the money, man. Do it for the music because you want to make good music. You want to make a good 16. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And that's why these rappers become rappers, blood. They don't fuck around with the anybody could become a rapper, blood. And think about it, anybody can. The reason why you don't see too many rappers out is because niggas got ADD. I have met niggas with ADD, bro. When I was working in the studio, niggas they couldn't pay attention for too long. They start wondering, start thinking about some pussy and shit. Like, nah, man, get your hand out, get your fucking mind off pussy. That pussy ain't going nowhere, bro. You acting like these the bras, they're gonna take their pussy and then like put some iron panties on and never ever give you no pussy for the rest of your life. You acting like every single female is never gonna be out there. No, them females will be out there once you get a hit up under your belt. Then the females will be out there. No, right now you need to focus on getting the fucking the lyrics onto that track. Write that 16. We need to get that beat maker up in here, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we can't focus on that no more. Don't focus on pussy. Focus on what type of pussy you will be getting if you get this hit. And plus, making songs and stuff is fun. I like listening to 16s. I like sitting there playing it back on my Pro Tools and shit. I like redoing it. I like plugging people in. I like to plug people in and shit. When they fuck up, oh, okay, I'll go back and plug you in, bro. Don't worry about it. I'll plug you in. Let him follow himself. And then soon as he comes to that part where he fucked up, just press that play button. He jump right on in and finish off his 16. You know what I'm saying? And back in the day, niggas used to be lazy with the 16 too. They would like write like whack ass 16s. I'm like, nah, go do that again, blood, because you off the beat. You ain't listening to that right there, blood. That you off the beat. You gotta focus on that right there. Making mistakes and then leaving it like that. Like, nah, man. you can't leave that shit like that, bro. you gotta go back and do that again. You know, because the record companies look at that shit. They like, oh, this nigga, he don't want to go back and clean up behind himself. So he ain't gonna do that shit when we working with him. That hard work will have your cream rise to the top. I seen motherfuckers get scared of criticism, bro. They were scared of fucking taking criticism. They were scared and uh, performing in front of people. They were scared to perform in front of people and shit. They had like this fucking fear when it came to like performing in front of people. I had people backstab me, man, when I tried to hook them up. That's the I can't even talk right now. That's the back tricks. That's the backwards way of thinking right now for the Negro. A lot of Negroes, why would you backstab a man that hooked you up, bro? I told you about the fucking, I told this story over and over again, bro. You know, I told you about the dude that I hooked up at the fucking goddamn, at the club I worked at, right? I knew this DJ. Okay, his name was DJ, I forgot his name. Damn, I can't remember his name, but white boy DJ. He was a friend of mine that I used to sit down and have burritos and shit with across the street, and we'd be having bitches on our arm and shit. This is back when I was a playboy, man, back when I had a lot of women. And we used to have bitches on our arm that we met at the bar, and we would bring them over to the fucking burrito place across the street and shit. You know, he was a cool DJ, right? I hooked this nigga up, you know, where he can play his music in front of people and shit in the fucking, you know, in the fucking goddamn club, right? So we made a song, and he was supposed to have brought it to the studio. To the club so we could play it in front of people. I was nervous. I was like, man, we about to play that song we made in the studio in front of all these people up out here. So he brought the disc, right? He gave me the disc, and I gave it to the DJ. DJ was my friend, okay? Oh, this is how backwards a lot of men think. You know, remember that saying? If you're if you're not trustworthy and you're poor, you're screwed. Remember that saying? If you're not trustworthy and you're poor, you are screwed. Okay, so I gave the DJ the disc, the CD, back when CDs was popping around 2005 and shit, right? I gave the CD to the fucking goddamn DJ. DJ started playing the song, and I started thinking like, hey, that's not the song we made in the fucking goddamn studio, bruh. He brought his own song that he made, bruh. You see how he fucked up that whole entire deal? That's not the song. And it was the worst song that song was nowhere as good as the song that we made in the fucking goddamn studio. And I looked at him afterwards. I said, dude, why'd you do that? You embarrassed me, bruh. In front of all these people out here. You embarrassed me. I gave you a hookup, bruh. I hooked you up. You made me look like a fool. The song was horrible. People stopped dancing. They couldn't dance to that shit. It was only a few people dancing to it, bruh. You fucked my life up, man. I was so mad, bro. I was like, man, dude, I'm not gonna hook you up no more, bro. You see how people fuck up chances when they have it? We gave you a chance to show your music in front of people and test drive and see what people were gonna, how they was gonna react. And he threw it into a mix. It was a huge club, dude. A big, huge club with a big dance floor. It was like at least 300 people in there, bro. Maybe more. Because there was an upstairs, because the Glass Cat had downstairs and upstairs. Upstairs, they were playing different music. Downstairs, they were playing different music. Okay? You could go up and down. You could go between the two floors and shit. There was bitches everywhere. This was around 2005. And the Negro fucked his chances up with me, man. And then the DJ didn't want to play my songs anymore. I was like, dude, you fucked up everything for me, man. Now he won't, because the song was whack. So now he's not gonna fucking want to play my songs anymore. The song that we had was better than that, bro. What? He was like, man, it wasn't up to you though. I said, nigga, I hooked you up, nigga. And we made the song together inside the studio. That's what I'm saying, bruh. Niggas was being grimy. They was on some grimy shit, some cutthroat shit, and it backfired, bruh. And that was the last time I was able to play the song, with that guy. I made another song, right? And there was another DJ that took his place. Like, I guess he quit or something, or I don't know what happened, but there was another DJ that came along. So I got him to play a song that I made. And everybody danced to it and shit. It was cool. It was better than that shit that other dude put up there. You know what I'm saying? And I performed a couple of times by myself on songs and shit. That was the bad thing to do because, you need a crew. Don't get me wrong. You do need people writing songs and shit. You know what I'm saying? You need people around you that's focused and shit, bro. On one thing at a time, though. Beats, hooks, 16s. Everybody needs to play their part. Don't do two things. Dr. Dre didn't write lyrics. He was just a beat maker, bro. That was it. He didn't write no lyrics. He was getting lyrics from Jay-Z and shit. That song, Still Dre, that was Jay-Z's lyrics, bro. That wasn't his lyrics. He didn't write that shit. Dr. Dre didn't write no lyrics, bro. He played his part. He was beats. That was it. And he was part of the recording session. That was it. That was it. The recording process and beats. That was it. You see what I'm saying? He wasn't no lyrics. Nah, play your part. Play your position. Get good at what you're doing. Because if you start spreading yourself too thin, trying to do everything like I did, you'll sound mediocre in everything. Guarantee that shit. But anyway, I gotta get up out of here, man. I've been talking too much about music and shit. And those are my music days, man. I was on the way. I was on my way to becoming a really good producer. I just took a few bad turns and got distracted. Never again, though. Never again. Anyway, man, I'm gonna end the video and shit, man. I've been talking too long. These are my frustrations of my life, man. And I have a lot of regrets. And I feel like I need to go back and redeem myself in music. I gotta go back. I spent too much money and put too much time into that shit, bro. That's why I say I'm going back to what I know the most. Everybody say get a career and shit. But I'm like, nah, man. I'm going back to where what I know so I could pick up where I left off. You see what I'm saying? And this time around, guarantee I won't be getting distracted by no pussy because there is no pussy. the dating market is so competitive, you won't be getting no fucking women, bro. You know what I'm saying? So all eyes on yourself, all eyes on your work. You guys have a good night, man. Subscribe, like, donate if you can. All donations appreciated. I appreciate the donations recently that I have gotten. So if you sent any donations, I appreciate everything that you do. I appreciate everything that you donate. All right. Have a good day. Subscribe, like, comment. Tell me what you think about this music shit. I'm going to keep this video up for all the music lovers out there. And hopefully you learn some stuff from me because I just splurged everything, that I know about music and shit. Not everything, but I splurged a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? All the shit that I knew so far, everything I learned. Anyway, I got to get back to work. You guys have a good day. Subscribe, like, comment. I'm out. Peace up.